Hey, John Mayfield, the real estate tech guy. Thanks so much for joining. Wanted to go very quickly. I was going to go downstairs into the um, studio and do a quick live stream, and it's kind of been a crazy day, one of those days, so I didn't have time to do that. But still wanted to make my live stream for for each weeknight, 7 p.m. So I thought I would just kind of log in and talk to you a little bit about, I know a lot about getting your real estate license. And so I know a lot of people are probably saying, hey, John, is now really a good time to get my real estate license? And the question that I always want to tell people is, um, you never know when the right time is. If you put off your goals and your dreams to, let's say, March or January, you're 3 or 4 months down the road. I mean, it's really kind of like anything in life we want to do. If we want to do it, we need to just do it now. I remember about 3 years ago, my wife and I decided to change our eating habits, and we were going on this new plan called Optavia. And I weighed close to 250 pounds. Now, I lost about 50 pounds. I've gained about 20 back. And my goal is I want to get back to right around that 200-pound mark. But what I want you to know is this. We started Optavia the week before Christmas, and everybody said we were crazy for doing that. And we kind of just made some adjustments through Christmas Eve and Christmas, but I literally lost 50 pounds. And I look back now and I think, man, if I had used the excuse that, oh, I think I'll just wait until after Christmas, would I put it off a little bit longer? So if you're thinking about getting your real estate license and you're kind of on the fence and you're thinking, I think I'll wait till after Christmas, it, it's just going to put you that much further behind. I think now's a great time to get your license. I think there's a lot of changes happening in the political environment, and I'm not trying to get political at all, but I just want you to know things that I see that are going to happen, I think are going to be very, very optimistic. I mean, you have, and I watch people like Kevin O'Leary or Kevin Leary, or I think it's Kevin Leary. I don't know if that's an O'Leary or Kevin Leary, but Kevin talks about the fact that if we can reduce energy costs, it's good for small business. And I really think there's a lot of things happening and turning in the economy that is really going to help the real estate market. So, is now a good time to get your license? Absolutely. I think you ought to consider it. I think you ought to jump into this career. This is my 46th year in real estate, soon to be 47. And I have to tell you, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do anything different. I mean, I love broadcasting and film, and I probably would love to do that. But real estate's been such a great career for me, and it's provided me so many opportunities. And I was just talking to a lady yesterday. I was at a bank up in the St. Louis area and was had an appointment with a lady, and we were talking, and she said, "So many of my friends want to get away from the 9 to 5 job." And that's the cool thing about real estate. It does move you away from the 9 to 5 job. It does give you some opportunities to be your own boss, to be your own business. So the question really comes, how do you make money selling real estate? If you want to get into this and you're a little worried, how do you make money? Well, today my daughter and I worked on some expired listings. I went into the MLS and I just searched for all expireds in St. Francis County. My daughter then took that list and started cross-checking in the county assessor's office. And probably within an hour, we had 25 really good expireds. I then developed a quick postcard template in Canva, which is free. I then went to my go-to marketing website, which is the personal marketing website, personal marketing company, and I uploaded my expired listing template and uploaded the spreadsheet my daughter put together. And literally within an hour, and for $20.95, my daughter and I sent out postcards to expired listings that were in that $300,000 to $400,000 range. Now, I jokingly said to my daughter, I said, for $20.94, that's actually it's better than buying a $20 lottery ticket. And she laughed and said the same thing, because I'm here to tell you, if you work expireds, if you farm an area, when we say farming, that's when you just send out postcards to a subdivision. You work your sphere of influence, people you know, you're going to get business. One of the things I teach in my coaching program is really what's the law of motion from Isaac Newton. And the law of motion says whatever motion you put into something, the force that you put into something, you will get an equal or greater return for that force. And what I try to tell people is this: if you just get out and knock on doors, if you send stuff out to people, you're going to get a return on your investment. I've been doing this 46 years. I have seen it over and over and over again. If you work hard, if you put the time into it, if you put the force into your prospecting, the benefits always come back. So, I wanted to just jump on tonight and say, and just to remind people, because I know a lot of people are saying right now, I think I'll wait till after Christmas. I wouldn't wait till after Christmas. I think after the first of the year, I think on January 20th, and again, I don't want you to think I'm trying to take a political side, but I think when the regulatory issues are lifted, when some of these new changes are put into place, I think you're going to see the real estate market explode. And I just believe if you're looking for an opportunity to make additional income, to try to have a good side hustle, to try to change your career, don't put it off. If you wait till December 28th or 29th, which a lot of people do, and that's okay, it's good for my school. If you wait till that time, you're going to be, what, a month and a half behind, over a month behind. So it's a great time. I'd love for you to consider Global Real Estate School. I want you to know I put together some new items to help people with passing the test. It's kind of a virtual coaching session. And I'm offering all of my students coaching to help them get up and rolling and make money after you get your license. Because really, that's what it's all about. I want you to know firsthand my mission statement is not only to help you pass the real estate exam on your first attempt, but to help you be a real estate rock star, to help you make a full-time living like I've done for so many years, making a great living. So Kat asked, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm trying to get people to get their real estate license, to subscribe to Global Real Estate School. So, okay. So I hope that helps, Kat. But now's a great time to get your real estate license. Thank you for the question, Kat. It's a great question, and I hope that you'll consider getting your real estate license. It's a great career. It's a great time. 2025, you and I and everyone else who goes to Global Real Estate School, we are going to come alive. That's the phrase there, okay? Come alive in 2025 and do it through Global Real Estate School. Well, I had that super fund on there. You can actually donate money to me right now. The other day I had someone who passed their real estate test. They gave me a $20 tip on the super fund. I was so thrilled by that. So I'm not saying you could do a $20 tip. I could hold a sign up right now that says, "Will will work for super tips," right? So, but hey, thanks for watching tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do some questions. I'm going to be on here Thursday night. I hope to have. We will have another career night, and I hope to have a broker join me. But don't put off getting your real estate license. I know it's Thanksgiving. I know you're thinking of John, the holidays are coming up. Here's the deal. You just need to sign up for the school and do a little bit each day, finish the school, and then I've got a bunch of practice tests. We're going to go through those. We're going to help you be ready for the exam, and you are going to pass. So Kevin says, how long does it take? And you just retracted that, Kevin, but that's okay. It's a great question, and I appreciate you asking that. Normally, most students will finish the course around the 3 to 4 week time to get your license. It's a great question, Kevin. Thank you. Most students in my school finish around the 3 to 4 week mark. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably closer to the 4 week mark. Now, those are people who are working another job. I've had a lot of students they weren't working anywhere, and they went through the school in two weeks or less. So you can do this very quickly. And Kevin, I want you to know I've got some great resources I'm providing all of my students to help you make money. I want to help you set up a business plan. I want to help you with marketing yourself. I want to give you prospecting and lead generation ideas. So don't feel like you're going to go to school and then like be dropped on your own in a I remember one time I was teaching I've been blessed to speak a lot internationally, and I don't say that to brag in any way, but I remember I was doing a presentation in Nice, France, and I was talking about lead generation, and I was talking about agents, and I remember this graphic I had of this person who was parachuting into the jungle. And I said, a lot of times real estate agents feel that way. They feel like they're being just dropped into the jungle or the desert. They don't know what to do or how to generate income. And so that's one of my passions and goals is I want to help you succeed. I've got a lady right now. She got her license for me in South Dakota. She did $10 million in transactions last year. She got her license in Florida this year for me. Now she's getting her license in Texas. And that's kind of the crazy thing that I see. Some of these real estate agents who are not only becoming very successful in their own state, they're going out and they're being successful in other states as well. So I want to help you do that. Nothing would suit me better. I talk about my friend Todd down in Poplar Bluff. He's running a whole team of agents. And Todd was cutting grass on a lawnmower before he went to real estate school. Today, Todd's running a team. He's just finished his little stint on the National Realtors Leadership Academy and is just doing some great things. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available for a call. Um, so, thank you, Kevin. The information is at globalrealestateschool.com. Globalrealestateschool.com. There is a shop pay program there. So, if you want to pay it in payments, you can apply for that. But, you know, the cost of the school really is not that much. And where else can you go start your own business and generate $10 million in sales as the, my friend of mine did in South Dakota? So would love to have you as a student at Global Real Estate School. I'll stay on here if there are any other questions. I appreciate, Kevin, you asking those questions. Globalrealestateschool.com. But, I've done this for 46 years. Some of the things I always talk about is when my children were growing up and they would have a Christmas program or they would have some music program or anything going on at their school when they were in grade school, I would go. I just had that flexibility as a real estate professional. And I look back at that and I'm thinking there were no other fathers there at those programs. And I get it. They were working a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 5 job. Thank you, Kevin. And I would be thrilled to have you as a student. So I appreciate that. But I remember some of my, looking around and like I would be the only dad there and there would be other moms there. My wife would be there. But that's the kind of flexibility real estate provided me. Now, I want to be transparent. There was a time we were going to Six Flags when my kids were younger, and I had a lady call me and she wanted to go look at a house, and I postponed the Six Flags trip. Shame on me. My kids understood. But you know what? I met that lady. She wrote a contract on that house. She bought it, paid cash, and she had a house to sell in Bismarck, Missouri. And actually, I went out to list it, and she asked me while I was out listing it if I wanted to buy the property. And I told her, I said, well, I'd like to, but I'd be more than happy to list it for you. She said, I really like you, John. I'd like to sell it to you. And I said, well, I'd have to go to the bank, and I'm really not in a position to do that now. And she said, that's okay. I'll finance it for you. And true story. And so that's an opportunity I had that real estate provided me that would have never been there. And do you know what? And I'm not saying this to brag, please don't think that at all. I still own that home. It's paid for, and I receive a monthly rental check every month for that property. Now, I tell you that story only to say, yes, you can set your own hours, but sometimes you do have to realize you have to be flexible, and you got to work when you have to work. So kind of a neat story. I have 46 years of stories and experiences as a real estate professional. But something else, today I was on a call with some folks from Hewlett Packard, HP, and a number of years ago, back in 2001 or 2002, I had read an article on HP's website. And I was doing a lot of technology stuff and trading, and I thought, I can do that. And I sent an email to HP. I kind of dug around on their website. Never heard anything back. About 4 or 5 months later, I get an email from this lady, and she said, you had sent us an email. The person we have who's our influencer has quit. He got mad over something and he quit. And she said, would you be interested in being an influencer for HP? Well, I said, absolutely. And so I had this relationship with HP as a real estate influencer. They wanted someone who was in real estate, who liked technology. From about 2003 or 4, I can't remember, to 2015 or 16, I worked for HP on the side. They sent me to conferences. They sent me to Boise, Idaho, where I filmed some commercials for them. They sent me equipment like new laptops and new printers. It was mind boggling. And then in 2016, it dried up. They got out of the real estate market. But I had this kind of 10-year run of being an influencer for HP, which led me to many other speaking opportunities. And by the way, I did all of this while running a real estate office and maintaining my real estate career. Now, again, I don't say that to brag, but I just want to tell you that was a door that was opened through me having a real estate license. Now, today, I was on the phone with HP. They have reached back out to me. They're starting back up their real estate vertical, and they want me to be a part of it, which was cool, especially at 64 today. But they were like, hey, you got a lot of wisdom and experience. So those are the kind of things that real estate's brought to my life. And it can happen to you as well. So I don't want you to sit there and think, well, gosh, John, how could that happen to you? Well, it can happen to you too. I'm an online marketer today. I run an online real estate school. I still list and sell real estate. And, but you know what? Sometimes I look at some of these people in the online marketing field and I think, gosh, how can that happen to you? And why can't it happen to me? And then I immediately have to change my mindset and say, you know what, John Mayfield? That can happen for you as well. You have to believe, you have to have faith, and you have to just do it. Okay? So I have rambled enough. Kevin, thank you for your questions. Kat, thank you for your question. And thank you all for watching. We've had a great group tonight. And it was fun for me just to get on and ramble a little bit. Now, one last thing I will say is there was a new article that came out yesterday in the New York Times. There were a lot of people upset because the National Association of Realtors has not been good stewards with our dues dollars. And you're probably saying, why do I want to get my real estate license with all this negative publicity? I think that's all going to clean up and change. I think we're going through a cleansing time in our whole world, not only in politics, in religion, but in associations like the Real Estate Association. And it's time we clean it out. I was president for Missouri Realtors in 2022, and it discourages me. I was a broker and had 50 agents who worked for me. And I don't know if anyone's watching or will be watching from NAR. I doubt it at this part. But if you are, a lot of those people, it was tough for them to come up with their hard-earned money to pay for dues dollars. And then now see and hear about the wasteful spending. But it's being cleared up and cleaned out. And I think that moving forward, you're going to see some great things happen for our real estate industry and for people like you and I who are in the business. So, hey, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. We've had 4 thumbs up. And be sure and subscribe to the channel. Consider getting a real estate license. I think it's a great opportunity. It's been so good to me. It's allowed me to travel to 25 different countries, be a part of HP, be a president for the largest association in Missouri, and really just have some wonderful times with my family. And I know it can do the same for you as well. I'm here to help you anything I can do, reach out to me. Uh, you can contact me through the YouTube channel, but I want you to know you can do some great things in life. Would love to see you as a student at Global Real Estate School. Have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.